Okay, so you're about to pick up your puppy any day now, and I'm going to go through the information I've sent you on the PDF, this book. You're going to get this book when you pick up your puppy, but I'd like you obviously to have read the book, but I'm going to go through it in a bit more detail now. And the idea of this is I'm going to go through all of the book in detail, and you're going to write down your questions. So when it comes to pickup day, you're just asking questions of the things that you don't understand or you need a bit more information. I hope that makes sense for you. So we start with the first page. So congratulations, you're adopting your puppy. Our number is there for the rest of your puppy's life, and I can't stress how much I mean that. So in 10 years from now, in 2 a.m, it doesn't matter. As long as you need us, you give us a call and we're there for you. Don't think it's a silly question. Just text us if you're worried, because I can't see your face. And I always say that, don't worry about calling us at 2 a.m. If it's an emergency, just keep calling and we'll eventually pick up. So that's what our number's there for. So feeding. So this is quite important, obviously. So with your puppy's supposed to fit in on a level where they fit in with your lifestyle, not you fit in with theirs. So adjust these times accordingly. So you feed your puppy when you get up. Make sure you eat first. Then again after about between 12 and 2, generally when you eat lunchtime. And then again between 6 and 8, again when you eat your dinner. If required, a little meal in the evening. This is just to help your puppy sleep. But remember, when you're feeding your puppy, you put your puppy in their crate to eat, away from you. When you're eating, they eat. They're in their crate and you're at the table. You don't want a puppy screaming and jumping at you for food. They know the rules, that when you're eating, they're not around you. And when they're eating, they're in their crate being good. That's really important, and make sure you're always eating first, because at the end of the day, you're pack leader, not them. At the age of 14 weeks, you can start giving your food dry to them. But before that, please soak the food. Go away to have a cup of tea, pour the hot water over the food, and then let it soak. So it's generally about half a mug of dry food, and then mix up a third of one of the wet trays. And mix them up, don't make it sloppy, because I don't like sloppy food, but mix it up and then they'll eat their dinner. But before this, try and keep the food soaked. I know they don't always enjoy it as much soaked, but it's like a peanut, you don't want it stuck in their throat. Some days your puppy might not eat much, and some puppies your puppy might eat loads. So always do more than enough so that they can keep growing. They can eat as much as they want really until 6 months old. And then after that, you have to monitor how much they weigh. But before then, let them eat, enjoy their food. Sometimes my poodle Dante doesn't eat for a day. It's fine. As long as your puppy is putting on weight each week, then you're fine. So you can weigh your puppy and then make sure that they're putting on weight, but they're fine otherwise. Don't stress and worry and make them eat. Sometimes we're not hungry, and if we're not hungry, we don't eat much, but then some days we eat a lot. So cater for your puppy's needs, not your needs. After 6 months old, if your puppy starts to put on weight, then go back to the measurement, making sure that they only eat what's required. But before then, my advice is let your puppy enjoy their food, because you want them to grow. Your puppy will be on puppy food until 12 months old. After 12 months, you then switch to adult food. Adult food has less calories in. As a puppy, they need more calories so they can grow. As an adult, they need less calories. Please do not feed your puppy anything than what I recommend for the first 3 weeks. You don't want to upset their tummies. You don't want to give them diarrhea. You want to keep them calm, their routine the same, just so that they can get into their new routines and their new environment. This is really, really important. For the first 3 days of returning home, your puppy might get a bit of an upset stomach through stress. I recommend giving them a hard-boiled egg twice a day. You just split it up into their 3 meals, and that'll make sure that they're binded. Make sure it's hard-boiled, but make sure that they don't get runny poo. I actually recommend, if you don't mind doing this for the rest of their life, giving them 1 boiled egg after that for the rest of their life. They will love you for it, and it's such a good treat. It's full of protein. A fantastic healthy treat is scrambled egg. Don't put all the extra stuff in it, it's just scrambled egg. Simple. Don't go to the shops and buy a bag of treats for £1 that's this big. If it's this big, it's full of rubbish, and you do not want to be giving your puppy this food. Most importantly, do not feed your puppy milk. Everyone wants to feed their puppy milk. but they don't need it. They're not a baby. They just need their food. Section 2, worming. So your puppy's been wormed every 2 weeks from the day they were born. They've been withdrawn to on Panicure. You're going to keep this up. Panicure kills parasites on top of worms. So this is why we really encourage you to keep up with Panicure, because it's such a beautiful product. So 2 days from taking your puppy, so from the day you took your puppy, 2 days after, you're going to Panicure your puppy. The sachets are 1 gram each. You're going to do it for 3 days in a row. So 1 gram every 3 days, every day for 3 days, not every 3 days, not every 3 days. 1 gram every day for 3 days. Then 2 weeks from taking your puppy, 2 weeks from the day you took your puppy, you're going to do that again. 1 gram every day for 3 days. So 1 gram on Monday, 1 gram on Tuesday, 1 gram on Wednesday. And then your puppy's wormed with Panicure. 4 weeks from taking your puppy, and this is the day of your second vaccination for most of you. 4 weeks, you're going to use an advocate or a stronghold on the back of your puppy's neck. You get this from the vets. I highly recommend when you go to the vets, you might want to get a prescription and buy it elsewhere for 6 months, or you can just buy it from the vets, whichever works out best for you. You're going to continue this every month until 6 months old. And once you've done that, you're going to then carry on with Panicure and advocate or stronghold. And you're just going to alternate. You're going to alternate between them. So every 6 months you're going to Panicure, but in between that, you're going to either advocate or stronghold. So say in January you Panicure, then in March you're going to advocate or stronghold. Then March, April, May, June. In June, you're going to Panicure again. And then 3 months later, you're going to advocate or stick with Panicure long term, just because Panicure kills parasites, and your dog gets parasites from the bottom of your shoe, from dirty water, from anything they eat, lick or drink. Inoculations. So your puppy has been inoculated with L4. So Lepto4 is in Europe and Lepto2 is in the UK. Lepto4 requires your second jab to be 4 weeks to the day from their first vaccination. The first vaccination will be due on the day before they leave, or the day before they're 8 weeks, should I say, depending on when you're picking up your puppy. So 4 weeks from that day, in between that, I recommend you calling your vets after you picked your puppy up, because you need the piece of paper that I give you, the card that has their brand on and everything else, to book your second vax. So wait until you get that piece of paper before booking, because you've got 4 weeks, you're not in a rush, so don't worry. I highly recommend doing the DHP and the Lepto4 together rather than splitting them up. Some vets like splitting them up, but the DHP is more effective when they've been away from their mummy's the antibodies in the mummy's milk for longer. Toilet training. Now this is important and all of you want to hear this. So when your puppy wakes up, when your puppy eats, and every 2 hours in between, take your puppy out. Take them out, use a word. So my word is tats. If I say tats, my dogs run to the door. So every time your puppy wakes up, every time your puppy eats, and every 2 hours in between, take your puppy out. Set an alarm, take them out, take them out. If you do that, your puppy will be toilet trained in about 2-3 days. But you just got to be consistent. You've got to be really on top of it for the first couple of days, and then after that continue, and they'll know exactly what to do. You can even get a dog doorbell, so every time you take them out, you can push their paw on the dog doorbell so that they can actually warn you that they want to go out to the toilet. Crate training. So your crate is there. You're going to layer it with newspaper. Then you're going to put a vet bed. And once you put the vet bed on that half, you're going to shred newspaper on the other half. You're going to shred it, hand shred it, not in the paper shredder because it makes it too sharp. Make sure there's no paper clips in there because they're very dangerous. Then you're going to put your clip-on water bowl on the side, and that is your puppy setup. Perfect. You can give them their little blanket in the corner with their smells on and your smells. So with crate training, once your crate is set up, you will put your puppy in their crate to eat, because it's a good place, not just a bad place. It's a bedroom. So you put your puppy in there to eat. You put your puppy in there when you pop to the shops for 2 hours. So just put them in there, they'll eat, they'll drink. Make sure you wear them out before you put them in there, but put them in there. When they go to sleep, do not let them sleep on your lap. This is very important, because if they sleep on your lap during the day, they want to sleep on your lap at night. Do not allow it. Start as you mean to go on, otherwise your puppy will be screaming for you. Just be very consistent. When you do these things, when you eat at the table, put your puppy in their crate. Be consistent. And the more you do it, the more they're going to get in the routine, and the more they're not going to argue and get upset. In the evening, you're going to wear your puppy out like crazy. Wear them out. And then you're going to put them to bed about 10:20. Expect them to wake up about 7 o'clock, 7:20 if you're lucky. They might wake up in the middle of the night, and if they do and they're really crying, leave them for about 10-15 minutes, and if they do, don't worry, you can take them out for a toilet quickly and then put them back. Do not play, do not do anything else, just put them back. Do not let them sleep in your bedroom, because you are raising a secure adult, not an insecure mess. You want them to be able to be left on their own without getting anxiety, because anxiety for them and for you is not nice for them. So on this page is some dog treats, and I love these dog treats, they're amazing. So what I highly recommend, remember in the red, do not feed your dog peanut butter. That I don't recommend, because some have additives that kill your dog. So please, it's poisonous. Only use a whole peanut butter. Peanut butter, basically. Don't use a whole peanut butter. On the optional extras, add one at a time. If you add too many at once, then you don't know what's upsetting your puppy's tummy. So just one thing at a time, and then you can keep adding to it, and then you can see what they like. This is your puppy contract. I'll get you to sign this on the day, and it will also act as your receipt. So this is what you'll get on the day, and then we'll take a photo of it, and you get to keep this. So now is the time to start writing down any questions you may have. If there's quite a few, possibly email them over just so that I can drop them back quickly. But if there's only a few, let's do them on the day, and then we can go through everything else. But good luck. If you need us, we're always... And a big kiss to our furry baby that you're about to adopt. Good luck.